What's up, y'all? It's your Master Lee.
And Lulu.
All right, y'all. We got to check out the MSG Sphere in Las Vegas for the first time.
Yeah.
And man, I wanted so badly to go check this out when U2 was playing, right? Their inaugural performance, their debut, if you will, in the Sphere. But man, those ticket prices.
He was not lucky.
You know what? I only got 2 kidneys and I already sold one of them. I can't afford to sell the other one at this point. Lo and behold, they're like, you know what? We're going to use this venue for more than concerts. And that's when it caught my eye because they were going to screen a new movie specifically designed for the Dome, a 360 experience. It's almost like a documentary slash sort of like a sci-fi-ish type of film. The idea of this was sounded interesting. I'll tell you, if you go check out the Sphere, you need to get there early. Don't show up like 10 minutes before. It's worth showing up at least an hour before.
Why?
Because they have interesting things you can see inside. They have Android robots that are AI powered you could talk with. A lot of cool displays. Very futuristic in there. It's almost like an interactive, futuristic museum.
Yes.
Yeah. To mill around, take pictures, and all that kind of fun stuff. Now, there is also food here.
Yeah.
And drinks, so you can, get loaded up. But I will say this. I have heard the food was good. Those prices were astronomical. Just like everything else in Vegas, I guess.
Exactly. I mean, everywhere you go, it is expensive.
Yeah, $20 beers. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, if you hadn't had a chance to eat and you want to mill about there, I hear the food is good, so it's worth chowing down. Actually, the biggest cost isn't the food, and it isn't even the parking, because the parking is really expensive if you want to park around there. I recommend actually parking further away at somewhere on the strip, like the Venetian, like we did. It's free if you're local, and you can walk there, and it's really close. It's an inside walk.
It's an indoor.
Yeah, it's an indoor walk, so it's real nice. But the biggest cost, which I don't know, I can see why people think twice about pulling the trigger, but just the ticket itself. You can get tickets as little as, say, $50, depending where you sit, when you come, how full it is. But its dynamic pricing means you could pay well over $200, $300 for a movie that's less than an hour. I say movie because I realize you're sitting there watching it. It is more than a movie, though.
All right, ready to go inside?
Let's go inside.
You'll see here, it's more than a movie. It's like an immersive experience.
Yes. What's another word for immersive?
Like you're in it. You feel it.
Yeah.
It's like a Disney ride, actually.
Yes.
Because they will pump in smells. You will feel the air. You will feel your seat shake.
Yeah.
Sometimes strangers will even touch you in funny places, and you're like, wow, this feels real.
In that part, I don't think it's true.
This is where the magic happens. Somebody has to press play at some point.
I mean, that was amazing. And so I think we sat in the middle. We didn't get the most pricey seats, and actually where we sat was perfect, I think. We maybe spent, I think, less than $100 for our tickets. It is by far my number one recommendation now for anyone that comes to Vegas. If they were saying, like, what should we check out here in Vegas, John? I am saying you need to go check out the Sphere.
Amen.
More than any of the shows, including the new Wind show or any of those Cirque du Soleil shows,
I would pick this.
I would absolutely pick this too. It really was mind-blowing.
It's mind-blowing.
remember. Earth. A land molded into a multitude of shapes and forms.
Especially when you're in front of that big screen.
It's unlike anything you will ever experience. It's so overwhelmingly immersive. I will admit, I cried.
John cried.
I cried. There was a scene there where it just hit me like, oh my God, this is like, I feel like I was there.
Mind-blowing,
And how much
yes.
like you were immersed in that situation, in that world.
It happened every time. We thought these ruins were only relics of the past, not portents of the future, and so we pushed on. And everywhere there was life, soon there was us.
Universe that we could call a home.
I want to go back and see it again. I'm just not willing to pay, $200 for it. So maybe next year. Actually, this is what, for any of my friends who are out there, if you're coming to visit Vegas, you want to go, I will go with you. And normally I would never do that because, I've seen these things 100 times in these million shows and be like, hey, John, come see this one. I'm like, nah, I've already seen it. I'm not going to do it. I will go watch this again with somebody who comes to Vegas.
Wow. That's how much you love it.
Highly recommend.
I do agree. It's one of my favorite here in Vegas, actually.
So go check it out, y'all. It's absolutely worth it.